Hey, what's up guys, it is Psycho or Sam here and welcome back to another video. And today guys, we're going to talk about the free versions of game engines, how free they actually are, and we're specifically going to look at the top two most popular game engines out there, Unreal Engine and Unity. And guys, regarding the idea that I revealed in my previous video, I'm actually going to start it off because there was a lot of positive feedback, and thank you guys so much for that, by the way. And on top of that, we're going to start it off, and I actually created a specific mail address just for this series so that you guys can send your screenshots of level designs, your game, like game exe file or whatever, so that I can play the game and make a video out of it. And in order to submit them, you actually just mail me at viewers@psychos.com, and the link or the mail address will be in the description down below, and also leave a comment down below with this mail address in it. So with that being said guys, let's get right into this video. So there has been some controversy on my channel and in general, which regarding like if the game engines are actually free or if they do actually charge you a little bit of money. And I wanted to give my 2 cents on this topic because I'm an active user, especially of Unity and Unreal Engine, so I can actually comment these two very in depth. And I'm not really going to like take a deep step onto CryEngine, etc., because I don't really use that engine yet. I'm going to start off, but anyway, so we're going to focus on these two engines, and I basically want to start this video off by saying the engines are actually free if you think of it really logically. Like, you basically use the engines in order to make your games, and they are completely free for you to download, prototype your games, your projects, level designs, whatnot, and even your 2D designs, right? So you can code, you can do everything, literally use all the features of the engines for completely free, and this goes for both UE4 and Unity. And once again, in return, you don't pay a single cent. And honestly, in my book, that's free. Like, that's the way I define free. What people are actually really curious about is the fact that they have revenue and gross revenue for these both engines, and we're going to talk about them right now. So I'll start off by reading two statements that I actually found off of Unity's and UE4's website respectively. Let's get started with UE4. Once you begin collecting money for your product, you'll need to track gross revenue and pay a 5% royalty on that amount after the first $3,000 per game per calendar quarter. And in Unity it simply says, can I make commercial games / content with Unity Personal Edition? And the answer is yes, if you meet the requirements to use Unity Personal Edition, mainly that you did not earn or receive more than $100,000 in revenue / funding in the last fiscal year. In other words, yes, you can publish your content that is for like commercially if you don't earn more than $100,000 in revenue or funding in the previous year, that is fiscal year, which means that you earn the money that year. And that simply means that if you earn more than $100,000 in the last year, you're gonna have to purchase a license of Unity so that they can earn the money as well. Basically, both engines let you use them for completely free. You don't have to pay any money before actually using them. You don't have to pay any money for using their content that is private to their users. You are free to become a user of them, and you don't even have to pay any money before you release your game. After you publish your game, you may have it up as much as you want to. If it actually reaches over $100,000 in revenue or funding, you have to purchase a license that costs like what? $750 each month? I honestly don't believe that it's a lot of money, especially if you're earning $100,000 in revenue or funding in 1 year. Like, that's a lot of money you earn from a indie game compared to what you actually pay, which is like $750 once again. UE4 has a little different hit on this topic though. They have to like they have you pay a 5% royalty on the amount that you earn in total after the first $3,000 per game per calendar quarter, which means that after you earn $3,000 per like what, 3 months, you're gonna have to pay 5% of the royalty or the revenue or funding you get on that project that you have released commercially. Basically, if you earn, let's say you earn $10,000 in total after like 4 months, let's say that, right? Then you have to pay 5% of that, which means $500. $10,000, which is what you earn from your game, from your commercial game that you'd release for absolutely free, compared to $500 that you have to pay for the game engine that you're using because they want a share of it. Isn't that fair enough? I mean, personally, I believe that it's fair enough. Look, the thing is, when you release your game, you have a profit. Like, if your game costs, even say like $10, For each copy that is being sold, you're in profit of $10, depending on how much you have spent on the assets and, hiring your companions, if you do have any, like a team or whatever. If you're a solo wolf or whatever and you make your own assets, you code and all, even if you just say like you purchase some assets for, let's say $500 in total, and you sell your game for $10 per copy, like after 50 copies, you're going to be only in profit. You're not going to have any loss. And I also want to mention the assets that you purchase from, let's say Unity or UE4 in that matter, you're going to have a permanent license for the use of these assets. You're not limited to use them in one single game. By purchasing an asset, you simply are investing for the future of your game company or whatever you're creating. And an indie game, usually an indie game sells a lot more than 50 copies. Like if you start selling it on Steam, like upload it on Steam Greenlight and get it greenlit, and then you start selling the copies on Steam, it's going to sell, and it's not going to just say at like $50 if your game is better than decent, right? So if you have a little bit of good game, you're going to get a little bit of funding for that. And I mean, the devs of these game engines are gold. Like they are literally saving our lives, because I can make my level designs for free because of them. I can make my games for free because of them, and I can release my projects and products, whatever, whatnot, for free because of them. Like they do earn, like they deserve this amount of money that they actually crave, or not even crave, they just ask for it after you actually make a little bit of profit for your product or game or whatever you're making. And I believe, in all honesty, I believe that they deserve it. Now, this doesn't really have that much of a hit on this topic, like mainly because it's, is it free or not? But the simple answer to this question is basically yes. I mean, it's free. You may use the engine for completely free before releasing your game, after releasing your game. And if you do make a little bit of money, which is $100,000 in Unity, they're just going to say, hey, you should purchase this license so that we can actually earn a little bit of money too, so we can support the game engine and keep developing it the way we do right now, and even better. Look, the thing I'm trying to come up to is the fact that these engines do not force you to purchase them from the beginning. Like if you go to a random game engine, I'm not going to name any because I don't want to start any trouble, but if you go to a random engine and you see pay $50 per month to get access to this game engine, and you're like, okay, that costs. That's a subscription per month, and that means that it costs. But when you go to Unity's website, when you go to UE4's website, it says download for free. Download for free. It's literally download for free. So the answer to the question is kind of obvious, but at the same time, I do know what you guys mean when you say they are not free, because you think of these royalties. But honestly, think of it this way. You make a game engine for people to use for free. And it's really high quality. It's being used by many developers, most of them being like indie developers, but some of them also being AAA quality companies that are making big projects. Obviously, you want some money for yourself too, or else why would you work for it completely free? Unity has a team that they have to feed too. UE4 or Epic Games has a team that they have to feed as well. So they do have to pay them money. They do have to pay their employees so that they can keep on growing as a company, make the engine better, upgrade it, and make it a lot better create a better experience for the users. They are doing it for us, not to only earn money, because they do have the engines out there for us, and they do have them for free for us. They want us to use their game engines, so why would we not pay a 5% royalty or $750 each month after we earn so much money from our games? It's just logical, in my opinion. Anyway, guys, that's kind of my just 2 cents on this topic. A lot of people had been talking about this for a while now, so I just kind of wanted to make this video because I was making these comparison videos before, and I still do sometimes, but some people were like, well, these game engines are not really that free. And I just don't get the logic in a general sense. Like, I get where it's coming from, but I just don't agree at all. Like, I strongly disagree. And that's exactly why I felt like making this video. So with that being said, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Hit subscribe if you want to stay up to date for new videos coming soon. And don't forget to mail me with your content at viewers@sitecues.com. It's going to be in the description down below, and it's also going to be stated in the comment that I pin. So make sure to check those out. And leave a comment also if you want to see me make a video specifically that you think of. If you have any suggestions or ideas, recommendations, I am all ears. And once again, thank you so much for all the support, and I will catch you guys in the comments. See you guys, peace out, bye bye.
Remember last year when you told